So here we are with game number 1 of this best of 3. I'm Madals, this is the ESL Pro Series Summer Season. Spawning, down in the lower left hand position, we've got the blue Protoss player. It's ShoWTimE. And his opponent, to the top left, the red Protoss, HasuObs. Of course, this is the semi-finals of Cup number 1. And these two have gone through some tough opponents. ShoWTimE, he took down Nomi in a PvP, then Zoke in a PvP, and is now looking to take out HasuObs in a PvP. A lot of Protoss on Protoss tonight, with 10 of the 16 players being Protosses. HasuObs, he took down Tyrannus 2-0 and then Hanthy 2-0 to be here. So both of these two have had a fair amount of experience going up against some pretty tough opponents. They're both very well known. It's going to be interesting to see which one will be victorious. On the other side of the bracket, we do have obviously Marine versus Goody currently ongoing. That's a TVT. And Patience just be primed up to be the semi-finalist on the other side, to be taking on either Hero Marine or Goody there. So that means that there is still the possibility of a PvP final or PvT, depending on how things go. So, Simulator coming down now, Gateway on its way for ShoWTimE. Meanwhile, up on HasuObs' sides, things are looking pretty similar. They're both getting the double gases. Mirror build, mirror matchup. Unfortunately not in the mirrored, oh, they are in a mirrored position. Vertical reflection, I guess. Okay, I take it back. There is some mirroring there, just not cross spawns. Then it would have been a nicer mirror. I much prefer cross spawns on Frost. I think it's a much better position. I'm of course very grumpy this evening while we wait to see what these two are doing. Let me tell you a story of how annoyed I am. I'm casting with the mic, my old mic, the mic that served me well for a couple of years. But sitting next to me is a brand new mic that cost me a couple of £100, which is the equivalent of a few $1 million, I hear. And well, I can't use it because the stand I bought with it, the desk stand for the microphone, is not up to holding it. So it just kind of sags, a bit depressingly, like an old granny. It's not nice, but that wasn't a nice analogy either. Sorry about that. I don't know why it came to my head. Anyway, so can't use my nice new microphone. Hopefully I can get a new stand tomorrow somewhere. Go old-fashioned and actually go to a shop. Now, while I've been wittering on about strange things, we've got a second gate coming down from HasuObs. His Mothership Core coming out through a nice little stroll. Nice little jaunt. Gonna go and find some fun stuff. Gonna go just patrol at the entrance right now, pacing up and down. I was trying to think of a joke about that, but I can't really think of one, so I'm not gonna bother. Anyway, Stalker coming out now for ShoWTimE. Stalkers, is it me, or do they just have like the most awkward looking way of moving imaginable? Like, Protoss is meant to be this advanced race, right? Why would they design legs like that? It just doesn't work well. Sure, it's nice and stable and stuff, but no. I just don't see it. I don't see it myself. HasuObs, he's also checking around, making sure that there is no proxy stargates, proxy pylons, proxy anythings. ShoWTimE back at home. He's adding in his robotic facility, and a third gate's coming down from HasuObs actually, so he's going to be going for some 3-gate pressure. No sign of any tech though. ShoWTimE has his natural base coming down, looking to tech up nicely, and ooh, HasuObs, Stargate on the card. So first engage to a tech from him. They're going very different paths. Of course, the natural base is hugely ahead now for our blue Protoss players. ShoWTimE being already 3/4 finished. HasuObs moving forward though. He's got the Stalker numbers 3-1. Generally, those are odds you can get behind. Going to be looking to poke and prod the Mothership Core. Enough energy for a Photon overcharge, and the natural will survive long enough to be able to overcharge itself. So no big panic. Photon overcharge will just get triggered as soon as it's done, and these Stalkers will have to run off, scamper away. But Proxy Pylon is up, more are getting warped in, and an Oracle is also on the cards. However, ShoWTimE has the Immortal, and it is going to be very useful right now. That is going to be the big damage dealer. Pops out, second one on its way. HasuObs also just patrolling around. ShoWTimE has scouted everything. He even knows that it'll be an Oracle coming for him. Thanks to that beautiful little Phoenix scout. Gets to see what's coming out of the Star game. Stalker's now moving in. HasuObs going to be trying to fend off this Nexus, this Photon Overcharge. He's got a great number of Stalkers. He does actually manage to... Oh, does he get to save it? Not quite. Nearly saved one of those Stalkers there. But one goes down. Photon Overcharge has now subsided. But the second Immortal about to pump out. And to be honest, Stalkers aren't going to be able to do much about that. The Oracle flying on through. Going to be looking to cause a little bit of trouble and nuisance in the middle line. And then the natural base will get assaulted simultaneously, because the multi-prong attack is the only way this would work. In now comes the Oracle. 2 Stalkers see it though. Meanwhile, at the natural base, great force field by HasuObs, buying himself some time to take out this natural base. Should be able to get the kill there. Takes out a Stalker in the process, but loses one to that Immortal. The Nexus gets crushed. And that was a nice little push there. Of course, getting the earlier Nexus is great if it stays alive. Oracle now granting vision just in case there was an observer floating about, observing like observers like to do. The Oracle comes in, actually racking up a couple of kills here. The Stalker count not that high, or at least they were out of position. So 3 kills. The Oracle stays alive, only taking a minor amount of actual health damage as opposed to shield damage. Everything looking good there. Over at over at ShoWTime's side, we got Blink coming down, whereas HasuObs just finishing up his natural base now. So it was a lot later to get made, but ShoWTime didn't actually get any mining done from his. So it was just a resource sink. No benefit there, a bit of a bad investment. However, ShoWTime sneaks past in Warp Prison. Going to be going for some counter damage. He's got a proxy pylon as well. It's not going to take much to punish this because, hey, there isn't really much here. Robo coming out now for HasuObs, who's going to find a nice position using the high ground vision granted by the Oracle to snipe off a pylon, which is always going to be a good bit of fun. Warp Prism also waiting to go through. HasuObs not really too bothered about this. He's like, you are aware it's going to take you all day to kill my Nexus. You can just swipe away at it. Your Zealot's going to get tired of slashing it before it actually dies. Plus I've got a Void Ray, so Void Rays are fun. Mothership Core and Zealot though, obviously beat out just a Zealot on its own. However, this Oracle needs to be careful for HasuObs. Backing on out, playing things safe. Still waiting to see if a move goes in. Still seeing if there is going to be an attempt to get the damage down. ShoWTime still edging forward, trying to find any avenue to attack from. In it goes you. Ooh, Oracle. Be careful, Oracle. This is a brave move. What are you doing? Okay, dropping down the Immortals. That's fine. I panicked for a second. This is a nice little move. The Blink as well. ShoWTime crushing that force at his natural base. Able to just destroy so many Stalkers, aggressively blinking forward again, trapping so many sentries, so many Stalkers. ShoWTime, decisive with his movement there, annihilates, destroys, destructs. I can't think of any more adjectives, but that was catastrophic for HasuObs. Loses so much stuff. Double Void Ray. Of course, now in play, a third one coming down, but this is a big army. Like, really big. And ShoWTime is going to try and stop it. Warp Prism goes down. Photon Overcharge already triggered. No high ground. Actually, no. Is there a high ground vision? 2 observers, but in the base, so they can't actually blink up into the main. Oh, hallucinated. Phoenix, smart play. Up into the main base, the Stalkers go on a little adventure. That is not an Artosis pylon. The Nexus getting focused at the moment, though. The Void Race deciding where they should go. One falls very quickly. The second one getting focused after the Immortal. The Immortal dies. The Stalkers backing out yet again. HasuObs has already triggered Prismatic Alignment. That extra damage against those Stalkers comes through. 2 Immortals up against none. Couple of force fields not really hitting their mark, not really trapping much. One Stalker gets caught, but the Photon Overcharge getting a lot of damage out here. 10 times HasuObs up heavily in the working count, but the army supply there for ShoWTime. He engages aggressively, takes down these Zealots pretty damn quick. There's not much remaining for HasuObs at 28 army supply to 42. Most of that Zealot's probes are getting pulled, but the Stalker count, the Immortal count, it's massively in favor of ShoWTime. And he is dealing the damage. He's taking down the army. Things are looking good for him at this first game. We're approaching the 14-minute mark, but it's not likely to get that far as HasuObs loses his last couple of units. Going to go for a final push, probably with that Immortal, attempting to fend this off. But look at the army supply, 46 to 27. It'll take a bit of a miracle. Voidways certainly up there with miracle standard. They get a sentry, force this back for the moment. The Immortal taking some damage, and that isn't ideal. The Voidways, though, taking a big beating. Mothership Core gonna go down. Immortals on both sides, shelling away. Big Blink takes down both Voidways, and with the Immortal about to fall as well, GG ShoWTimE is able to take game number 1 of this best of 3.